Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. It's your big bro Nate. Today's video is going to be about not giving up on yourself. Okay, so this is going to be a quick message about hope. And if you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. It's good that you're here. We do talk about a lot of physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental facets on this channel. So a good range of things. But today, guys, I do want to talk about not giving up on yourself. Okay, don't give up on those dreams that you had. Don't give up on yourself. Okay, every single person is made for something. Okay, I want to talk about one of the biggest issues today a lot of people are facing. They're facing self-doubt, they're facing worry, they're facing anxiety, they're facing fear. A lot of people don't know what to do about this. Okay, they're resorting to drugs, to alcohol, to women or men, or living a loose lifestyle. They're resorting to chasing adrenaline and chasing pleasure, right? Very hedonistic. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to say that as people, that's just what we do. I've been there. Guys, you don't have to go down that route. There is a better way, okay? A huge issue today with life is people are bombarded from every angle with everything, the highs and lows of life. On one hand, you're shown people who are mega successful, and we're also finding out that those same people, a lot of them have ripped people off. They're not entirely truthful. They're living behind a mask. They're living in this other life, right? There's no sincerity there. On the other hand, you have people who are struggling, who are actually struggling, guys. And it's sad. We live in a time that is so polarized. We live in a time that is so distraught from so many different angles, but I want to give you guys hope. I want you guys to know that you will not fail, okay? Now, sometimes in life, we might take a step back. Sometimes we might fail little objectives along the way, right? But that mission that you were made for, that calling that you were purposed for, is not going to fail, okay? Now, I believe everybody was created for a reason. I believe that we all are made in the image of God. And I believe that you, if you turn to God, you can have that hope, okay? If you cry out to Him, everybody has that purpose. Everybody has a different purpose in the body, right? If you accept Jesus, if you cry out to Him, if you ask Him to show Him, to reveal Himself, if you believe in Him, right, in your heart, and you confess with your mouth that He's Lord, then you'll be saved. Your life will have a whole lot more purpose. It'll have a whole lot more meaning. You'll have hope. But guys, I want to boil this down a little bit more, okay? Now that should be your foundation. But what do we do about the practical everyday life stuff, okay? Now, I am a huge believer in not worrying, and I want to talk about that a little bit here, guys. I want to talk about how not to worry. So the Bible also talks about not worrying about what you eat, what you drink. Don't worry about tomorrow. Focus on what's in front of you today, okay? Stop looking at the circumstances. Stop looking at everything around you. Stop looking at the craziness, right? Turn off the news. Turn off the social media. Delete your social media for a little bit. Turn off the TV, right? Stop watching the news every day. You need to realize that all of this is used to stir people up. It's good to stay aware of what's going on. Don't get me wrong. It's good to be wise. It's good to be in that frame of mind. At the same time, most people would do so much good for themselves if they were to just step back and stop fueling themselves with all this garbage, okay? I'm just gonna throw it out there. You can say it's true, you can say some of it's fake, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, a lot of it is just used to get a reaction. It's used to get people hooked, okay? It's used so that people get a higher view count and all this stuff, right? But don't lose hope, guys. Don't look at that and lose hope. Remember those dreams you had growing up? I'm not talking about you were maybe 5 years old and wanted to be an astronaut at some point. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as you got older, you had a dream. And that dream was to help people. It was to maybe be in the medical field. It was to be a leader. It was to be involved in your community. It was to do some physical feats, right? It was to change something, to build something, to create your own company, right? To, guys, you can fill in the blank with whatever, right? Most times in life, we end up cutting ourselves short and we give up on our dreams. We let the circumstances around us, we let all these different things keep us from our purpose, right? I'm not saying I have all the answers. I don't. I'm taking this day by day, all right? The last, goodness, 5 years, I felt like day by day. But what I can tell you is that there is peace and that there is hope in the midst of this, okay? Again, I'm a big believer in Jesus, and I do think and I do know that if you confess him as Lord and you believe on him in your heart, you ask him to reveal himself to you, he will do that. And so, what do you do when you are in a rough situation? What do you do when it seems like your dreams are going away, okay? You regroup, you take a breath, you take a step back. You realize that this too shall pass, that this situation in front of you is not meant to stay. In fact, a lot of times, guys, the best way to look at these things in life are as tests, okay? This is a test. This is a trial. This is a tribulation, okay? This is actually going to test whether you have what it takes to do what you want to do. Guys, there were so many things that I thankfully accomplished in the last 10 years, and there's so many things that I didn't. And I can either look on those things and regret it, right? But I don't like to live a life of regret. So instead of looking at those failures as that's going to define me, instead look at those failures as a learning lesson. Look at that as, okay, this is where I went wrong. This is what went wrong. Here's how I can do better next time. Here's what I can do better. Here's what I've learned from this. Okay, now that's wisdom. That's understanding. Taking those things and learning. It's better if you can learn from somebody else, right? It's better if you can grasp these things from somebody else. But sometimes you have to make those failures. You have to make those decisions, which, guys, sometimes we're not going to make perfect decisions, okay? And that's okay. Sometimes it happens. But I encourage you to not lose hope, because you have a purpose. That fire within you is burning for a reason. And I don't like to get caught up in this whole, everybody's meant to build a business and everybody's meant to be the CEO of their company and of their life and all this stuff, right? Some people are meant for that. If you can resonate with me, let me know. But guys, even if you just resonate with this message of just being a better person, of just being who you always wanted to be, of being involved with your community, of helping other people, of being purposeful, right? Everybody's got that vision for their life. Everybody's got that, man, I would really love to do that. And what I see out there, it's crazy. So many people get caught up in this life of, I gotta do this, or I'm always gonna do this, or I'm stuck in this. And it's like, guys, I think it's incredible. You look at people that are in prison, they've been in prison for 10, 20 plus years. They come out, they're starting from rock bottom, and they completely turn their lives around in a couple of years. Completely. People who are homeless start their own companies, become multimillionaires, right? The end goal isn't the money, but it goes to show that with that resolve, with that determination, right, with that foundation of peace and hope, you can overcome anything in front of you. So don't get caught up in the craziness. Don't get caught up in all the hoopla around you, all right? Don't get caught up in that, okay? You have a purpose. You have a hope. I hope this message encourages you. I really do. If you guys need words of encouragement, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, let me know in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe, and comment. Really would like to hear where you guys are at, what you guys are thinking. But ultimately, guys, it comes down to every single person has a purpose. Really go inward, really think about that purpose, and try to live it out day by day, every step in that direction. And I promise, guys, it's going to be okay. So, guys, that's all I have for you today. Go ahead, let me know what you think, and I'll be back at you with the next one.